a new band of rebels arose who were determined to carry the fight to Jerusalem.
The Sicarii.
To the Sicarii, anyone who wasn't fighting the Romans was a collaborator and worthy of death.
Many were slain every day, and the fear men were in was worse than the calamity itself.
Read that again.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
We are yet this day in our captivity, right, Red?
Where thou hast scattered us.
Where the Most High has scattered us. The Americas, the Western Hemisphere, is the predominant place that we were scattered and displaced from out of Jerusalem. This is the main place where the Lord has scattered us, where we are here to serve captivity, a fucking prison center. Go ahead.
For a reproach and a curse.
For a reproach and a curse. For these people to talk bad about us. For these people to do and wish bad upon us. Which is the curse, read.
It says,
the curse of Deuteronomy 28 chapter, implemented through the hands of this devil and the other heathen. Spoke about in Psalm the 83rd chapter, that have a conspiracy against us, read.
And to be subject to payments.
And to be subject to paying. That's what we are. We are subject to payments. We got to pay bills. We got to pay all kind of bullshit. We got to pay rent. I got to pay rent on my brother's land. My brother, the so-called Mexican, is correct. Why I gotta pay? Why I gotta pay bills on his land? If I'm gonna pay a bill to anybody, I'm gonna pay a bill to him, right? But who do you gotta pay a bill to? You gotta pay a bill to the devil, a goddamn thief, the so-called white man, a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. Go ahead.
According to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power.
Now, why did this happen? Because of the iniquities of our forefathers, who departed from the Lord's statutes, commandments, and and this is why we're out here telling our people to come back to that, so we can get the hell up out of this condition.
That's right.
Our people wonder why the black and Hispanics in this goddamn condition. It's because of the wickedness that we continue to do. How else can the lowest life form on the planet Earth get up over us and conquer us unless the Most High allow that to happen? And for him to allow that to happen, we must have fucked up real bad, man. You niggas need to open your goddamn eye. But like we was just reading, you blind and you fucking deaf and you dumb. And you don't got the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that you need. And you don't care to even obtain the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that you need to free yourself from this captivity. Yahweh Shai came to free us from our captivity. And he told us that the kingdom of heaven was within us. So we the one holding us back.
That's right, man. Yahweh Shai came to free us, not goddamn Abraham Lincoln or any of them other goddamn crackers that was on the council.
But a nigga would extol that creepy, ugly damn cracker that's on that $5 bill more than he extols the Lord, man.
2 Chronicles chapter 29, verse 6. For our fathers have trespassed and done that which was evil in the eyes of the Lord our power.
And that's what our forefathers did. Wickedness in the eyes of the Lord. Right, read?
And have forsaken him, and have turned away their faces from the habitation of the Lord.
How do our people do that? The habitation of the Lord was the temple that was erected in the Lord's name, in Yahweh's name. They turned away their face from it by stop worshiping in it or worshiping the wrong way within that temple, right? They have forsook the Lord in action. Forsaking the Lord or forsaking somebody is not just saying it is an act of literally forsaking and pushing that person away and keeping yourself away from that person. So they kept themselves away from the ways of the Lord. They started to violate the ways of the Lord, right? Go ahead.
And turn their backs. Verse 7.
Turn their back to the Lord by putting everything that the Lord commanded them to do behind them and going to follow the way of the heathen. Read.
Also they have shut up the doors of the porch.
That's right. Go ahead.
And put out the lamps. And have not burnt incense, nor offer burnt offering in the holy place unto the power of Israel.
That's right. This is what they're not doing. They are not following the ways of Yahweh. They are not doing the things the Lord commanded them to do on a daily basis. These things that are talking about happening in the sanctuary are a daily service to Yahweh that our people did in the ancient times in the land, right? Go ahead.
Verse 8. Wherefore the wrath of the Lord was upon Judah and Jerusalem.
So because our people went off, the wrath of the Lord came upon us, right? Go ahead.
And he hath delivered them to trouble and astonishment, to astonishment and to hissing.
That's
and
right.
you see with your eyes.
To astonishment and to hissing, man. All right? To astonishment and to hissing, that's what we were delivered unto, right? Read.
Verse 9, for lo, our fathers have fallen by the sword, and our sons and our daughters and our wives are in captivity for this.
That's right. Our sons, matter of fact, read that.
For lo, our fathers have fallen by the sword.
Our fathers have fallen by the sword. Why? Because we forsook the way that Heavenly Father is.
Right. And our sons, our daughters, and our wives are in captivity for this.
That's right. And this is what was happening. A lot of times the older Jake man would get killed, and the sons and the daughters and the wives was left into captivity. This is what happened, right? This is what happened to us on this side of the world. This is what happened to the black man on this side of the world. What happened to the Hispanic and Native American man on this side of the world. And you wonder who God's people are. God's people are the people that God said he was going to do this to for violating this law. This ain't happening to no cracker. That ain't happening to no fake ass Jew. No goddamn so-called Ashkenazi. No goddamn Sephardi. None of that shit. That didn't happen to them. This happened to us and us alone. Right? This happened to us on a bigger scale than it happened to any group of motherfuckers on the planet Earth. So we clearly and evidently are the true people of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're the true nation of Israel. We truly God's chosen people.
That's right.
And what proves it is the chastening that we receive from the Most High. The rest of y'all don't get chastened like that because he don't care about you. Spare the rod, spoil the child, right?
Psalm chapter 78, verse 57. But turned back and dealt unfaithfully like their fathers.
That's right, and this is how our people did. Just like our forefathers who were unfaithful to the Most High, it's the same way that we were unfaithful to the Most High and forsook the laws of the Most High.
But turned back and dealt unfaithfully like their fathers.
That's right, that's what our people did. Turn their back to the Most High and dealt unfaithfully like our forefathers. This is what we see today. Our people turning their back on Yahweh Shem Yahushua just like our wicked ass ancestors did that got us in this predicament in the first place. And we partook in that as well. And that's why we had to get jacked up in this place. Now read.
They were turned aside like a deceitful bow.
Like a deceitful bow. Like a lion bow, right? Go ahead. It's turned aside like a deceitful bow because the deceitful bow don't grow the way it's supposed to. That also has to do with the grafting back in. With the wild grapes, and things of that nature. Which proves that how deep of a subject and a topic that whole grafting back in is, and that it all has to do with the nation of Israel alone and only.
They provoke him to anger with their high places and move him.
They provoke him to anger with their high places. So these people think they did a righteous thing this morning when they woke up and they went to church. They're provoking the Lord to anger because them high places are places of pagan idolatry. All right, have to do with worshiping the different Hamitic, Canaanite, Mizraimite, and Cushite deities. Right? Go ahead. The damn step pyramids and step altars.
And moved him to jealousy with their graven images.
That's right, with Caesar Borgia, with damn Allah, and with other goddamn gods, with Noble Drew Ali, with Farrakhan, with
York,
with Malachi York, with Elijah Muhammad, with these new deities like Polite. Right? Go ahead.
When the Most High,
with the black woman. Go ahead.
Right, verse 59. When the Most High heard this, he was wroth and greatly abhorred Israel.
That's right. He was mad as hell at our people, and he had to be mad as hell at us to do what he did to us and to have us in the hells of North, Central, and South America. He had to be mad, right? Go ahead.
Verse 60. So that he forsook the tabernacle of Shiloh.
That's right. He forsook. He sent us the hell on, man. Get the hell on, like when you send your damn kid to boot camp, man. Get the hell out of my face. You're just so bad, you're just acting up so much. I gotta put you through extreme hell to get you in order and back on track to the way you're supposed to be. And this is what this was: a fucking boot camp or a jail sentence to the Israelite man, to the black, Hispanic, and Native American man. Read.
The tent which he placed among men and delivered his strength into captivity.
Listen, he delivered us into that captivity under this devil. He used the Arab and the Hamitic man to sell us to this devil directly, right, Reed?
The tent which he placed among men and delivered his strength into captivity and his glory into the enemy's hand.
That's right, his glory into the enemy hand. And the ultimate enemy of our people is who? The devil, the so-called white man, the Edomite.
That's right.
Our polar opposite. Read.
Literally.
It says, and was wroth with his inheritance. The fire consumed their young men, and their maidens were not given to marriage.
Their maidens were not given to marriage because our men were dropping dead. Now we got our women that have to mourn, which goes back to the curse of Isaiah, the 3rd chapter. Our women having to mourn over their dead husbands lying in the streets. This is all a part of the curses that befell our people for doing what? For being proud as hell and forsaking the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High.